We are live.
The A Show,
where smart is the new sexy.
And now, April Hunter.
Good evening, all you sexy, beautiful, freaking people. How are you doing? And welcome to the A Show, where I am thrilled to death to have back beautiful, beautiful dream expert and pinup artist, Lauri Loewenberg. So welcome.
Thank you, darling. It's fun to be here with you.
I'm so glad you could join me tonight. We always do an annual Halloween show, and normally we have Shelly Martinez on, who's a cosplayer and pro wrestler, and she is unavailable on Tuesday night since we moved back. So I am excited to see you here in your full red glory with your witch hat on, joining me. So, and welcome everybody joining us. So we are having Hollow Dream tonight. Lauri is going to translate some of your freaky dreams. So if you have anything freaky, she is an expert in dream translation. Will you fill them in? You'll do this better than I will. Tell them who you are and what you do.
Yeah, I am a professional dream analyst. I've offered 3 books, and I've been a recurring guest on Dr. Oz, The Today Show, Live with Kelly and Ryan, The View, Good Morning America, tons of radio. So what I do is you tell me your dream or your nightmare. I don't care how jacked up it is. I will help you make sense of it, connect it to what's going on in your life, and I'll even find the made-for-you message that is in that dream that is going to help you improve you.
That's awesome. And I know you've done this for me multiple times, and it's kind of clarified a lot of things. And then we had you on before, and one of the favorite episodes was when people were asking about sex dreams and how you clarified that sex dreams are not exactly what we think they are.
Correct. And that kind of takes the fun out of them, because they're not really about sex, but rather it's not about a physical union you want, but more about a psychological union you need. So it depends, of course, the messages in who your partner is in the dream, because we'll get these sort of dreams about someone we wouldn't touch with a 10-foot pole.
That's crazy, right?
Yes, it makes us wonder about ourselves, when really it's not really about a desire for the person, but rather a desire for something they have, maybe a personality trait, maybe something about their lifestyle. If you dream about a celebrity, it may not be necessarily about the celebrity, but perhaps a character they've played in a show or in a movie, or maybe a song they sing. There's some message for you in the title or in the lyrics of the song. So don't let your sex dreams freak you out.
But they can, right? What if you dream about like that coworker that you can't freaking stand? Is it more like you're trying to heal a rift or connect or have peace, or because you wake up and you're just like, ew, ick, ew, oh no, ew.
Yeah, you run into the shower with a bottle of Clorox. So what you want to do to figure out, like if it is like that creepy coworker, ask yourself, okay, what 3 things come to mind when I think of this person? Of those 3 things, there's something that you need right now. It could even be that you're working on a project together and you need to unite or come together for the sake of the project. It could even be maybe you had a conversation where you connected. That's another reason we can get sex dreams, that it's about the connection you made. So it's either a quality they possess that you desire, or there's been or there needs to be a connection that you need to make between the 2 of you.
Okay, that makes sense. Still freaky though.
Yeah.
So does anybody have an unusual dream, or any dream, especially a freaky dream, that they would like to have analyzed that might help them understand, what it means in their life. Feel free to put it in the chat if you're okay with that. If you want, we also had somebody message us ahead of time. If you're interested in that one.
You didn't see me just spill water all over myself, did you?
No, your lighting is
Okay.
wonderful. I couldn't see that. I do that all the time. Yesterday I was doing something and we were in public and I just spilled the water, started coughing, couldn't stop coughing. There's tons of people around me and my eyes are watering and I'm just coughing and I'm like, oh my God, I'm so embarrassed. And the server comes over and she's like, are you okay? And I'm like, honestly, it's more acceptable right now to shit yourself than it is to cough in public. I'm trying to stop.
That's true.
I'm like, this is too mortifying. So, no, yes, everything's good. So, did you want me to read that
Yeah,
dream
it
to
was
get
interesting.
everybody started?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let me see if I can find it. I forwarded it to you earlier, but mm, 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 mm. Okay, so let's see. Here it is. I'm going to read it as if I were him. So he said, I was going to a large garbage pile to get to my apartment. When I got inside my apartment, I realized it was not my apartment and I didn't actually live there, but it felt very familiar. I left the apartment and moved into another apartment, which turned out to be this big, beautiful house with a wedding going on. The bride was very beautiful, and then I discovered she was marrying a woman who looked just like her, only about 20 pounds heavier. They invited me into the reception inside the big, beautiful house. I was the only straight person there. All the guests were gay, and obviously all the brides were lesbian. They were very nice, and they gave me food and asked me lots of questions about what it was like being straight. I left the wedding reception to go back to my apartment. Apparently, at this time, I found the right apartment this time. My ex-wife dropped off my children unannounced and demanded that I watch them because she had a date. I said I would, of course, and then she began to insult me brutally for no reason. I found myself choking her until she passed out. When she passed out is when I woke up.
Okay, let's start at the end because that's awful interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So we have two elements in this dream that I want to touch on: the choking and also trying to kill someone. So choking in a dream is really about not being able to speak up about something in real life. If you're the one choking in the dream, then there's likely something you want to say, you want to get off your chest, but for some reason you're not feeling strong enough to speak up about it. Now in the dream, he's the one doing the choking.
Mm-hmm.
So there may be something that he feels he needs to keep the ex from saying.
Okay.
Particularly if they haven't been getting along. Maybe he'd like to just have her shut up for once.
He has said that when he gets his children back, she's how to put it? He's trying his best to co-parent and stay friendly, and she's not. And when the children come back, they are under the influence. She's been in and out of mental hospitals, and she's violent, nasty, and sociopathic. And when the children, they do a week. When the children come back, they're usually terrible at first and starting to take on some of the mom's traits.
Oh, this could be where the attempted murder comes into play in the dream. So murder in a dream does not at all mean that you've got, deep desire to, be Jason from Friday the 13th. When you murder or attempt to murder in a dream, it's all about the need to put an end to something in real life. So he doesn't necessarily want to murder her, but he would like to put an end, most likely, to this behavior and to cut off, to choke off the things she says to him. Now, there's also another element of the dream, which I thought was interesting, that there was a lot of gay people in the dream. I'm assuming he's not.
Mm-mm.
Okay. So when either you're gay in the dream and you're not normally gay, that can be about someone being one-sided in real life.
Hmm.
So do you know if this person is dealing with, like, is the ex, is she always one-sided, only cares about herself and nothing
Oh yeah.
else?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's
That's
probably what
my
that is.
understanding. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
That's really
So,
interesting.
yeah, so that I think that's a really good example of how a very disturbing dream isn't so disturbing once you break it down. It actually does make a lot of sense.
Hmm. That
And so
actually
I
makes
think it's
perfect
so and
sense.
dreams don't just mean something, they also have a takeaway. They're telling you something that would be helpful to you moving forward. In this case, it could be, since the dream ended at the point where he's choking her to death, the message would be in the way they communicate. So it could be that the dream is telling him, don't let the things that she says, rile you up. Just
Okay.
kill off that element of it, that she
Okay.
gets you upset. And, do what you can to not let the vitriol and the "Puh" come out of her mouth.
Okay. That makes sense. I love translation. It takes something freaky and scary and breaks it down to something that makes complete and total sense, actually, especially for what I know of this person. So, and I'm seeing more and more people come in. Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining us. I am with dream analyst and pinup artist Lauri Loewenberg. You can find her and get your dreams analyzed either here right now or on your own. You can look her up. We'll put all her social media up too. But does anybody have a dream or something that's going on that you would like to submit? We would love to hear yours. So I'm skimming through the chat right now to see if anybody has put anything out, but I haven't seen anything. Come on, don't be shy, you guys. You've never been shy before. So, oh, Red Sunny's saying, what if you have sexy dreams? So we did kind of cover that in the very beginning. Maybe you weren't here, but Lauri was explaining that sometimes it's about taking on. Go ahead. You're the expert.
Yeah. So sex dreams are not necessarily about a physical union you want, but more about a psychological union you need. So you want to pay attention to who the partner is in your dream. Because the partner is where the message is for you. So if it's someone that you're having sex with in the dream, ask yourself, what 3 things come to mind when you think of this person? Is it what qualities? Where does your mind go when you think of them? How would you describe them? Of the things that your mind comes up with, apply that to yourself. Is there any one of those elements, any one of those qualities that you desire for yourself, that you would benefit if you united or merged those qualities into your own life or into your own behavior? And that's what the message of the dream is. And I have a question for the gal that just asked that. I would like to know, and we could do a poll. In your sex dreams, do you actually orgasm? And if you do or if you don't, let us know, and also let us know if you're male or female, because there's an interesting statistic in regard to that.
Okay. I know the asker is male, and I would love to hear the answer. So in the meantime, before we get that, here's a really good one that I would love to hear too. Alexon, I think if I'm saying that right. What does it mean if you don't remember your dreams? Like hardly ever. That is, as you know, that is my issue as well.
Yes.
To the point where I just don't even think I dream. And if I do remember something, it feels more like a profound travel experience.
Okay, so that's a good question. And a lot of people ask me this, and a lot of people think, well, I never dream. Well, you do. It's a natural, necessary function of the brain. You are dreaming every single night, every 90 minutes throughout the night, you dream. So the way to remember them is super easy. All you do when you wake up, whether you're waking up for good in the morning or you're waking up to use the bathroom in the middle of the night, you want to stay put. Don't move. Stay in the exact same position you woke up in, because that's the position your body was in when you were dreaming. If you move your body, if you roll over, Moving is basically unplugging yourself from the dream you were just in seconds ago. So when you wake up, don't move, quiet your mind, and let the dream come back to you. Give yourself like 3 to 5 minutes of quiet, still time. That's all it takes. And the dream will come back to you. And then whatever you remember, even if it's just a little tiny piece of a dream, like, oh, I remember something about a dog. Great. Write it down. Because if you don't, it will be gone after breakfast. But the more you do this, it's like working a muscle. The more you do it, the stronger it gets. And you'll start remembering all your dreams every night.
All right. Now we're warmed up. Now you guys are asking questions. All right. We have several here. Eva says, what if it's an ex who's been gone for a while? Regarding, I think, sex dreams, right? So we're going backwards again.
Okay. Okay. So dreaming of hooking up with the ex is common. So it could be a few things. Remember, sex in a dream is not so much about a physical union you want, but a psychological union you need. So it may not be that you wish to reunite and hook up again with that ex, but rather there's something either about that person or something about that relationship that you desire to bring back into your life. It could even be just being in a relationship in general, if you're like in a dry spell. And so when you act on it, when you actively try to bring those elements back into your life, the dream stops.
Okay. That makes total sense, actually. Going here from Daryl. What about nightmares about your old job? I used to work in food service. Oh, yeah. I did too. And the last 3 years of my job were torture to the point of tears. How about all that side work, right? So, yeah. What about old job nightmare? It's probably like having to be forced back into torture, right?
It's common. That's really common too. And like people who are in the radio industry, 10, 20, 30 years after they're not even in radio anymore, they still get the dream they're back there and they've got dead air. And, every profession has their version that you keep getting even years after you're no longer working there. So when you get that dream when you're back in your old place of work, it's because there's something going on now in your current life that feels similar. So if you're having a lot of stress right now, you might find that if you think about it, it feels kind of similar to when you were back in that job. So here's the thing about dreams is that they're always about right now, and they're advising you and trying to help you problem solve about what's going on now in your life. But your dreams can bring things from the past. It can bring up things from the past because there's a lesson to be learned from the past, or something's going on now that feels similar to back then.
That makes sense. So here I've had a dream, and I think a lot of wrestlers have had this dream, from what I understand. And I've had this recurringly. You're in the back, you're in the locker room, your entrance music is playing, you're trying to get your boots laced up, your entrance music plays past the point where you should be going through the curtain. You cannot get your boots laced up. Now, this makes no sense because I specifically am always late, and I got boots with zippers to avoid this exact issue. But apparently in my dream, I still have boots that lace up. So the song plays all the way through, and I never make it out of the curtain. So, and then the song starts over again. And I said something to a couple of the wrestlers in the locker room. They're like, I've had that dream too. So I wonder if this is just an entertainer thing. Like we all have that. You wake up and you're stressed. You're like, oh my God. Wow. So I wonder if all entertainers have had that. I missed my mark dream or something.
Okay. So when that's going on, when you're in the dream and you're trying to get your boots laced up, what is your exact thought while in the dream? Best that you can remember.
Being stressed out. Like I can hear my music. I'm not ready. I'm not
What are
ready.
you
I'm
saying
not
to
ready.
yourself? What are the words you're saying to yourself?
I don't remember those specifically, but I just remember feeling an enormous amount of stress and oh God, I should be out there. Oh God, I should be out there. I'm missing I'm missing my cue kind
Okay.
of thing.
So those exact words that you're thinking to yourself in the dream, it's a dream thought, and dream thoughts are really powerful, and they'll be connected and correlate to something in real life now. So I should be out there. I should be out there. Can you connect that to right now, where that thought makes sense to something now in real life?
Mm, yes, because as I've gotten older and I work from home more, it's harder and harder to get on the road. With the pets and the responsibilities of a house, it's harder and harder. I feel like I'm living two different lives. I've got the April at home with all the domestic stuff and the cooking and everything and all that I love to do. And then I've got the April Hunter on the road, and it's like they are two completely different things. And sometimes it's hard, one's a comfort place, you know what I mean? It's a beautiful place, but nothing ever grows in a comfort space. So, and
Yeah.
being on the road is not comfortable at all.
So all the responsibilities you have at home, do you feel like that's causing you to miss out on anything?
Yeah, of course. So it's, it's like you make a choice, right?
Yeah.
So, Winona said, um, hang on, hers is, I had a dream several months ago that I was at a funeral. I couldn't see, I couldn't see first person in the dream. Rather, it was like I was watching in the distance. I got to the casket because it was far off. I couldn't see who it was, but it was dream me because I started screaming. What does that usually mean?
Okay, but dream me could because I started screaming. What does that usually
Oh,
mean?
sorry, I read
Okay.
that wrong.
Um, okay. The funeral and the casket will represent something in your life that ended at the time of the dream. Something that's over and done with, and that your subconscious now wants you to put to rest, which is why it placed you in the setting of a funeral. But you're kind of got at a distance in the dream. So that could be because whatever this ending was, you were trying to distance yourself from it. Maybe you didn't want to recognize that whatever this is over. And then you screamed at the end. So maybe through the dream you were facing this and it wasn't you know, a positive thing for you. But whatever it was, you know, your subconscious was showing you this ending in the form of a death and a funeral so you can let go of it. When we let go, we grow.
I like it. And I'm sorry, we only have Laurie here till, a very brief amount of time. So I apologize for not having conversations with everybody in the chat. I will be talking with you shortly. So I apologize for not directly acknowledging people, but hang in there. Okay. We're going to pick our brain first and then we will come right back to you shortly. Big Kenny said, how common is it if you have dreams several days in a row as a continuing story, like a mini series? You literally pick up where you left off the previous night. Not a recurring dream, but an ongoing dream until the story is over. And remembering the previous dreams in the current dream. It's like a film.
Yeah, so we call
Like a
these
series.
saga dreams.
The
Saga
what?
dreams that just
Oh,
keep picking
sagas?
up.
Okay.
Yeah, that continue, the storyline continues night after night. There's a couple reasons that happens. It happens most often to a specific personality type. People that are good storytellers, writers, people that like to entertain and keep people's attention. The other reason that that can happen is when you're going through an issue that you're deeply involved in, and as the issue evolves, your dreams evolve right along with it. And then when whatever that issue is over with and resolved, then that dream series that it's connected to will stop.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. It's crazy how much this all makes sense. Alan's saying he used to be able to wake himself up from dreams because he knew they were dreams. And he's asking if snakes in dreams mean something is about to change.
I've never heard that. Now, usually a snake in a snakes can have a few meanings. The most common meaning of a snake in a dream is that they will represent a toxic person in your life.
Mm,
Someone who exhibits low down dirty behavior, someone who is poisonous, so to speak, someone who strikes and bites, with words and actions. Um, that's the most common meaning. Now, snakes can also represent health issues because we see them in this symbol for physicians, the two snakes wrapped around the staff. We see them on the side of ambulances, and we just kind of subconsciously, it's embedded into our mind that snake equals healing. So a snake can show up in your dream when you're dealing with a health issue that you're trying to heal from.
okay. I remember you saying, and this is a common one too, and hi everybody joining us late. Welcome, welcome. Um, Teeth falling out.
Yes, teeth
I used
falling
to
out.
have that dream so much.
You
So,
used to?
yes. Not more, but I used to all the time. Now
Well,
that I
you
said
know
it.
what? It's good you don't get it anymore, because it's usually connected to communication issues. And in particular, when the teeth fall out, that means you've allowed something out of your mouth that should have stayed in there permanently, like your teeth.
Okay.
So you said something without thinking about it first. That's something you wish you could put back in there, you know? And now that you don't get it anymore, you've, I guess, matured or evolved beyond that.
Oh, thank
Speaking
God.
without thinking.
Thank you. Anybody else have a question too? All right, I'm writing. Oh wait, actually, I don't even have to write it. Wade, we did your dream in the very beginning, so yours was covered. What else we could there? Nope, I don't think I missed anybody. Did I? Anybody other questions? Any other questions there? What is lucid dreaming? That's
Lucid
Alex.
dreaming is the coolest experience in the world. It's even better than sex because you're awake while inside the dream. You know that you're dreaming, and then you can do anything. There are no rules. I had one night before last. You can fly. You can make your favorite celebrity appear before you. You can have sex with whoever you want. You can go back in time. You can walk through walls. I like to tell people when they become lucid in a dream to ask a question. A character in the dream, ask them a question or just ask the dream itself. For example, you could ask, what do I need to know right now in my life? And you will get an answer. The dream will answer you. And it's so cool because, you're awake and asleep at the same time. And you're basically, your conscious mind is having a conversation with your subconscious mind. And so in that state, you can get very deep answers for your life that will be life changing.
You just hope that you remember them, right?
Yeah, well, you usually will remember the lucid dream because you're already awake.
So it's kind of an inception.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. Alex asks, hi, Alex. He asks if, let's see, isn't lucid dreaming kind of like living in an alternative reality?
Yeah, it's very much like that because you are. You're alive and you're conscious and you're in a different reality. You're inside here, but you're inside your own mind, your own inner universe, so to speak. And you can, I also like to, when I'm lucid dreaming, I like to explore my dreamscape, like touch the walls and just look at what my subconscious created around me. And then you can even like change your dreamscape. It's like the coolest experience.
Kind of sounds like being on mushrooms.
It's better than that. Way better.
I have the weirdest dreams when I take a nap, when it's just a really short nap. Those are the only times I really remember my dreams. Because I feel like I'm not actually sleeping. I call it coasting. I'm coasting.
That's a good way to put it. Yeah, because you're never in a nap, you're never asleep long enough to go into the deep delta sleep, which is the sleep that will erase, that's the defragging dead sleep, and it kind of erases, it cleans the slate. So that's why nap time dreams are easier to remember.
That makes sense. All right. I got 2 more questions for you here. Winona says, what about when you die in a dream is always connected to a past life? How can you tell if you are having a death dream about a past life?
So it's 9 times out of 10 or 99 times out of 100, your dreams of death, when you die in a dream, it's going to be about an ending right now. Some part of your life as you now know it has ended. How can you tell if it's a past life? I can't give you a definitive answer to that. I would just start journaling your dreams. And if you're like hell bent on insisting that this dream you get is connected to a past life, I'd go to a hypnotherapist and see if they can regress you back.
Oh, I did that one time. It was wild.
It is.
And it's actually it's a theta session almost, right? Or
Mhm.
past life regression. Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing. I would highly recommend it. Big Kenny said, I've heard many people say they dream strictly in color, and some say they dream strictly in black and white. Is it common that a person's dreams rotate when it comes to color or black and white, or even a
It's not
mix?
common, but it does happen. Now, we mostly, if you see in color, you're going to dream in color, but sometimes dreams can be in shades of gray or muted colors or black and white, and that's usually connected to depression.
Really?
Mhm. Yeah.
That's interesting. Yeah, wow. Okay, that makes It's crazy. It's crazy how much what you think your dream is not really anything near what it actually
Right.
means.
No, it's a completely different language, but when you can understand it, it makes so much sense, and it's also so helpful. And so if any of your viewers would like to set up a dream reading with me,
Yes.
you can do it on the phone or via video. Just go to lauriloewenberg.com. Now, Lauri Loewenberg is kind of hard to spell, so if you just Google Dream Expert, I'll be like first, second, and third one that comes
Look for
up.
the redhead.
Yeah. Ooh.
For those
And
listening, look for the pretty redhead.
also, I'm on all social media as Lauri the Dream Expert, Lauri, Lauri the Dream Expert on TikTok, X, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube.
Yes, I was trying to think if we missed anything with you. So yes, it's Lauri, and that's Loe, right?
Mhm.
Loewenberg. There's 3 E's in this
Yeah,
Loewenberg.
just Google Dream Expert. That's a lot easier than trying to
Yes.
spell my name. My name is a mess.
Okay, yeah, I would highly recommend it. I've had her do my dream analyzation multiple times to try and figure things out, and it's been so worth it. And it also sometimes helps you get unstuck from situations where you are. But
Yeah.
before you scat out of here, I know you have to go. Eva's waiting to come in, and we can have a coven for 1 second. So, yeah, there she is.
Hello, darling. How are you?
Hello. Good. How are you?
You look fabulous.
Thank you. You as well. You can't
You
see
know
my
what?
hat. Huh?
Okay. Oh, because of your thing. Okay, we have a
Whoop.
we're
Oh,
having a new
cool.
moon. It starts on Thursday, right? Everybody, we're
Yes.
having a new moon. That means you have to manifest the things that you need.
Yeah, the
And we're
good
also
things. You want good stuff.
right, and we're also changing our clocks this weekend on Saturday night, Sunday morning, however you want to call it. I would say it's Saturday night.
I'll be
So
glad when they stop doing that
I
here.
will be too. I don't want it to be dark at 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
This
I
is the
hate
last time, though, right?
No, they said that every fucking year.
Uh,
Florida votes against it, and then nobody ever like
Then
kind of
nothing
certifies
happens.
it. Yeah, exactly.
uh,
They voted it out a while ago, and then it never got federally. Yeah. So yeah, we're doing it. We're gonna fall back. So
that sucks.
enjoy this week. So
I know, because then what happens is too, you can't get anything done outside when you get done work. Well,
mhm.
I'm sorry, that's my problem.
That's a lot of people's problems. You're not exclusive in that one. So
All right. Well,
anyway,
I'm
I know
going
you
to
have to go.
hop on my broom and skedaddle.
Good seeing
Thank
you,
you.
Lori.
Thank you so much for being here.
Bye. Sweet
Really
dreams,
appreciate it.
everyone.
Mwah. Thank you for joining us also. And hi, everybody. I didn't get a chance to say hi to anybody because we only had Laurie for a few minutes. Thanks, Eva, for being here. So let me go back through and say hello to everyone that was here. Is here. I see Michael. I see Sportsmaster. Cool, awesome dude. Ricardo. Alex. Let's see who else we got here. Of course, Winona. See Allie, Notary. What's up, lady? Oh, Steve. What's up? Hi. We got Red Sunny. And thanks, you guys, for contributing and asking your questions. I really appreciate that. Who did I miss here? We got Daryl, who also asked a really good question. Thank you. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Alexson, am I saying that right? I hope I'm saying that right. Alexson. I'm glad you guys are finally figuring out we're on Tuesday nights. Thank you. Big Kenny. We got Chuck. What's up, Chuck? And then we got Rum. So Jamie. We need to talk to you, Jamie, about Lady of the Lakes and Sarasota and all the Ren fairs coming up. This is important. Very, very important. Who else is here? Oh, hey, yo, War Demon. How are you doing? And I saw there's a few others. I didn't. Marvelous. Woof, woof. How you doing? And I apologize. I'm not trying to ignore anybody. I was trying to pick Lauri's brain while we had her. Alan and Flash. Welcome, welcome. I'm happy to see you here. We had Wade. We have, let's see, who am I missing? Did I miss anybody? Oh, Fury Power, boobs. We also had some biddies thrown. So you know what you get. If you throw some biddies, we will flex them. You know what I'm saying? So thank you for the biddies. I appreciate it. Again, I just didn't want to do that while she was explaining things, but we will make up for some lost time. How about that? Did I miss anybody here? I may have, and I'm so sorry. I'm skimming through real quick. So yeah, welcome, Sportsmaster. I think I see you. Yes. Oh, my arms. Thank you. Appreciate that. And yeah, welcome to our Halloween week show, our Samhain. So now, even you know a lot about Samhain. You know, I was just learning.
What?
I was learning that bonfires actually came from Druids, where they would throw the bones into the fire. So it was a Samhain tradition. Chuck the bones in the fire. It reminds me of my neighbor.
I was going to say that. But
yeah, no, Stonehenge.
Stonehenge.
So it was a bone fire, and then it became bonfire. So I love learning these weird little trivias, like world history trivias.
This may have to go.
Yeah, I know. That's why I didn't do it.
I had the back glasses on.
Oh, you should have worn those. I love them.
I do have them sitting right here. I may just still stick them on.
There you go. It might be easier.
Anyway, it might be. I can't see either way, so let's see.
Red Sunny, thank you. Hey, I wanted to say thank you to anybody who came out this weekend. I was live doing a signing. Where was I? Leesburg. And yeah, I was a cosplay judge, and it was a good show. It's always a good show up there. Lighter than normal because there's a lot of. It is fun, right? And it was there was a lot to do. It's Halloween weekend for the kids, so. And people have been saying hi to you since the start of this show. By the way, Eva.
Hello.
Kind of just got drowned out, but yeah, we had a really, really fun Sunday, and thanks for everybody coming out. And I have another Halloween appearance on actual Halloween. If you are in the Tampa Bay area, I will be out at the OCC Roadhouse. Eva will be with me, and we are doing. It's like a biker, not exclusively, but as a biker, we're doing Tampa Bay Screams is. Doing something with the Roadhouse there in Clearwater for like a biker costume party with Scream Queens. So yeah, it'll be a fun night. The whole thing. It's outdoors, so it'll be warm. So dress accordingly. But it'll be a fun costume competition night. So come hang out. I think it starts early, like 6.
It's 6 to 7, and then. There's a live band, I think.
Yeah, there's a live band. It's gonna be loud. It's gonna be loud. Yeah, it's gonna be one of these.
Adulting thing.
It's an day out. Hey, leave the kids at home.
Tell them about the movie of yours that just hit streaming as well, Scream Queen.
Oh yes. Speaking of, I did a horror film. I did a couple of horror films this past year plus, and one of them just made it out to Prime just in time for Halloween. So it's called The Clock. So if you are into questionably tasted horror movies, no, it's well done. It's just, if you're into horror movies and you're looking for something different, The Clock is out on Prime and you can rent it. It is pretty cheap. So
what's some of the other movies you've been in? Horror movies.
I can't remember. The Chuck.
That
I'm
one
looking
hasn't
forward to
come
the
out yet.
Chuck coming out. We did a Chucky movie. Yeah, I'm looking
Yes.
forward to that one.
Wait, I do
And
remember Meat Puppet. There's
yes,
one.
Meat Puppet. Absolutely.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm in more horror movies than anything else, and all of them are pretty bad. But if
It's all
there's
fun.
right, you can be in bad horror movies and it's okay.
Mhm.
And Daryl,
Absolutely.
yes, I met Laurie through Daryl.
Oh,
He shared one of her dream articles to me on Twitter. So
that's
if
awesome.
it had not been for him, I would never have met her, and I didn't know she lived in Tampa Bay.
Yeah, Laurie's awesome.
So yeah, Alan, I will be there till after the costume competition. So I guess. So I'm gonna say like
I think 9 is when I saw that.
9-ish. Yeah. And we had Shelly booked, but she forgot we switched from Wednesday to Tuesday night. And Tuesday nights she has something going on. So we'll have to either pre-tape with her another time or see if her schedule changes. So
And it's The Clock, Alan. CLOCK.
The Cock. No, I think that's on
That
YouPorn.
might be on. Yeah. Mhm.
Not on your Prime.
Right.
There you go.
That's
And
pretty good.
really, Sportsmaster, I'm holding your feet as you do sit-ups. That's a thing. I
Wow.
wonder what that means.
Yes. Okay.
Yep.
There's sites for that too.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you want to see April's feet, go to patreon.com, April.
No, I'm holding his feet.
Still.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, but if you want to see mine, yes, go to patreon.com/April Hunter and you'll everything from my writing to my toes. There you go.
Yes.
Let's see, what else have we got? You actually had some ideas and some stories.
I did.
Let's hear it.
Well, first, I'm curious. Is anybody watching Halloween movies? Getting into the spirit, doing anything besides the world out there?
Yeah,
The world
I
sucks
know.
right now.
The world does, right? I'm so ready for this whole thing to be over. And I know this might be only limited to Americans, and we have Canadians and Italians and people from all over on here. But in America right now, the energy is oppressive with the election. And I think we're all ready to be done with it. We just want it over. We just want to go back to just to what people were nice again. Okay. I still have it.
So why not, what's your favorite movie? What's your favorite Halloween movie?
Charlie Brown, The Great Pumpkin.
Okay. All right. I can see why. Yeah, the new Beetlejuice was actually really good.
It was good. Yeah.
It was a really good tribute to the original as well.
It was. I was all right with that one. It was a good kind of a lesson in there too, about not trusting people. There's so many people who have been taken by a pretty face, and it was a good little lesson there to learn.
Yep. So, and Winona, you're right. It is a month-long process.
Of what?
Halloween is a month-long occasion. So you can watch movies the whole time. You can put out your Halloween stuff early, whatever you want to do.
Oh, that's why we're doing the 31 days of counting down a picture every day. It is a month-long thing. Just like my birthday in September. Thank you to everybody who sent something. Our birthdays were ruined from hurricanes. We got a hurricane on mine and a hurricane on hers. So we got
I don't want to do that again next year.
Helene, Milton. It was our birthday. Our birthdays were ruined every year with hurricanes.
Stress. The stress of it.
Yeah, it's terrible. I now have I and this is going to sound stupid, but it actually exists. I now have like storm trauma because now I'm just like, oh God, what if when the weather comes again, I don't want to live that way either.
I don't either. I know we've talked about it. It's been stressful for everybody. So, drowning your sorrows in a horror movie sounds pretty good. So,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Besides Charlie Brown, any other picks you have?
No, but War Demon brings a good point. He says, what are they going to call Beetlejuice 3? Beetlejuice?
Hey, we may actually see that in a year or two. That'd be great, actually. That was good.
Winona says, I'm making up for it by sending Christmas gifts.
Ooh, I like the work she's been
Yeah,
doing.
I saw the work you've been doing. It's beautiful.
Keep it up.
Jamie says Halloween should be all year round. It is for some of us.
Whoop, whoop. Yep.
Right?
Hey, Jamie, I know Jamie watches a movie every day for all 31 days.
Yeah. Are you guys seeing anything good other than whatchamacallit? Beetlejuice?
Somebody said they saw Venom last night and it was really good.
It was good. Ty was saying it was good. And he said
like
he
to see
can't
that.
fill us in on anything because there's like all kinds of spoilers, and so he's like, you got to just watch it or I'm gonna ruin it for you.
This weekend.
Yeah.
What's everybody doing for Halloween? Are they staying home handing out candy, or hiding, turning your light off? I want to see what everybody's doing.
Yeah, are you guys candy givers, or are you doing? What are you doing?
I normally get a lot of kids, but
I'm happy to be working.
Do without me this year.
Yeah, you got a good neighborhood for that. I don't. They're all adults.
They drop people off down the street.
Oh, yeah. Oh yeah, and Alexon says Deadpool and Wolverine was hilarious. It was so funny, and what was funny is I don't know if, like, I saw some of the younger generation saying how stupid it was, and I was like, oh, you just don't get it.
Right.
Like, it was specifically made for an age group that I just don't understand, and it also was not politically correct, which I can totally appreciate. But that was one of the most amazing films of the year, and here's why. There was no agenda.
Right.
There was no ulterior motives. There was no political correctness. It was made just to be fun.
Yep.
And that's it.
Like
and you don't normally get that with a film. And you also don't normally get financing for a film just for that. So appreciate that a lot.
Definitely. Not passing out candy, Kenny?
Okay, Jamie says he's coming out to the OCC.
Awesome.
Yeah!
You better dress up, buddy. I'm dressing up.
Yep. War Demon says he's a candy hoggers. All right. Artist Returns says we don't have a steady stream of trick-or-treaters like when my kids were kids. No, they do the trunk or treat thing, right?
That was everywhere down here. Anyway, on Friday and Saturday I saw.
Yeah, you wouldn't want candy out of my trunk. I've got all kinds of cool chemicals that are spilled in there. There's like no. Big Kenny says watching movies. Let's see. Oh, Alan. Yeah, going to OCC. Right on. Winona says she's dressing up and watching scary movies. She says she lives back in a holler, so not many trick-or-treaters. So you save $30,
More than that nowadays. So which Allison are we talking to here?
Al Leakey's son. I think Karate Kid Daniel's son. My name is Allison, but Twitch won't let me use it. Oh, is this your Allison?
It might be. I'm not sure. I couldn't pull the picture up earlier.
Oh, okay. If it is, hello.
It is. What's a hunger event?
Okay.
I'm sorry. That was a silly question. I should know that.
Okay. Let's see.
Helping people out.
Michael Doherty says going to OCC. Woo! All right.
Nice.
Sportsmaster says he's going to be inside with his dad, just chilling. We'll give your dad a hug for me too. Why not? You guys should always hug your dads. Dads don't get enough hugs, I don't think. Moms don't either, but dad's really gonna get blown off,
Yep.
Alexon. Okay. We knew Hubert. Man, I tell you, think about Hubert all the time. And I go back and forth in my head all the time. I can't tell if he would have hated like what happened in 2020, if he would have hated all of this, or if he would have thrived through it.
Who's Hubert?
Hubert was my friend and my editor.
Oh,
so he lived in Ireland and he passed away. And I called to have a wellness check for him when we didn't hear from him, because every week we did something with writing, and I hadn't heard from him. Nobody had heard from him, and I miss him. I miss him so much.
Sorry.
Yeah, I miss him. I've just lost so many people, and it's hard. So Hubert O'Hearn, he was a hell of a writer, and he gave a lot of fledgling writers a first chance, and he was the first person to publish me. So,
oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. Yep.
And what did he publish?
He published a short story of mine. He also was the person who edited Monty, A Tale of No Tale, for me. So he cleaned it up. So that was that was one of our last projects we worked on. So it was my children's book. So yeah, he was a really good dude. I hope when I die, people say she was a really good dude. So I got
lots of comments for that.
Yeah, you know what I mean. I have not. I know, right? I have not heard a single person say a bad thing about Hubert. So that's a testament to a lot,
Yeah, you're right. And sports pastor, yeah, death is harsh. It's true. It affects a lot of people. It doesn't matter if you have family or not. There's somebody out there that cares, and they're going to miss you. And take care of yourself. Stay healthy. Don't eat like a whole bag of candy in one sitting this week. So, one piece.
Yeah,
one piece.
One piece is not enough. Yeah, you're right. I think his comments and humor on the whole thing probably would have been epic as well. And are you saying you can't get me live on Twitch? It says
I'm actually toggled just over when I saw that, and it is running on Twitch, no problem.
Okay, all right.
I'm looking at it right now.
So do you had some stories? Did you want to do stories? You also do you have cards too?
I do, yes.
You might read us our cards, a collective.
Yeah, I'll do a collective
what should
reading.
we expect?
Something I haven't done, and April will save lives. That is correct.
Haven't I already?
Yes, and many more to go.
I hope so.
I heard something that was a feel good that I was telling you about earlier that I thought was, we've all been hacked. People steal our credit cards, all those things, right? Everybody deals with that nowadays. That's just crap the way it is. And there was a small church in a town locally here in Florida, and I saw that they had their business credit card hacked at a church, and $12,000 lost. And it was GoDaddy they were on all kinds of things. Anyway, long story short, of course they stopped the credit card, but it was at $12,000 in the hole. So they contacted the bank, and the bank was supposed to take care of it. GoDaddy was supposed to take care of it, and it just didn't happen. Well, in today's age, a month or 2 months later, that hurts. And your small congregation's been around for 40 years. So they contacted the local news station, and one phone call, a couple hours later, how amazing was it? They got their money back.
Wow.
And
so
it
it's
took
all about publicity.
That and stand up. Don't stop fighting. Don't give up. If somebody does something, you may not get them to pay in this world, but at least get your money back. And it was nice to hear that they got it back for a small place like that.
It was crazy. As I looked up that story too, it's a local church here in Tampa Bay. And I'm not into organized religion.
Me either.
Anybody who's been following me knows that. But the disparaging comments were unbelievable. It was a Catholic church, and I'm guessing it was probably Bank of America who did this, even though they were kind enough not to release the name of the bank.
I know, that was strange.
It was Bank of America. We're like 99.9% sure it was BFA. But the comments on this thing, that they had $12,000 taken from them. They couldn't get it back. And the people on the Facebook, on the article on Facebook were heartless. They were saying, well, F you, Catholicism, they own all the land. You guys have pedophile priests. You guys steal money. I mean, like, they're blaming an entire situation from, from the year 1300 until now, and the Vatican on this one small church in a tiny Tampa Bay subdivision. It was the nastiest stuff I've ever heard. And it made me think, I'm like, are we that stupid? Like, are we that nasty and stupid as a group? We can't be, right? We can't be that bad.
No,
There was not a single nice comment on there. Nobody felt any empathy or anything that these people had their money taken and they weren't giving it back.
Here's the thing. The reason why I brought it up is you and I both know that how we feel about organized religion, but and to each your own. It doesn't mean I don't believe in something, but churches like that are the ones that help the people in town the most.
And we've seen that firsthand lately.
Oh, there went my camera.
Yeah.
Oops. I guess I said something I shouldn't have said. All
right,
I'll be right back.
They're
I'm
listening.
sorry.
That's all right.
I'll be right back.
Every once in a while, you got to give your camera the finger even when you're not recording. You got to give the camera the finger just to let them know that they're watching.
Oh yeah, now I lost my background too.
And hi, Indian 116. Welcome. Yeah, we've seen Oh, I like your little headpiece. Now I can see it. So cute.
Thanks.
We're all like the Sanderson sisters tonight. Just need to find a blonde.
I don't think I'm going to get my background back. Sorry, everybody. You get to see my mess back here now.
That's
but you get to see my cute hat.
And Chris goes, really, April, did you learn nothing these past 4 years? Yes, we really are that petty. Yeah, I know.
People suck.
Oh, okay, thanks, Ellen. Penny. Sorry. I didn't realize you switched over there.
There we go.
Yeah, what I wanted to talk about this week versus what I am talking about this week are two totally different things, you guys. As you know, and we'll get into this next week. As you know, I spent a week up in Western North Carolina. Wow. Okay, so I did interviews. I took video. I took pictures. And if you are on my Facebook, you can go ahead and access any of that. It's Real April Hunter on Facebook. You just scroll down. I did 3 separate posts about what's actually going on. What's happening there is so fucking bad. It looks like bombs have been dropped everywhere. And it's not Asheville so much as it is like an hour outside of Asheville, these tiny mountain towns, specifically like Burnsville and Chimney Rock. But what we have seen it's the locals and the small community that is building everything back up. It's not the government. It's not FEMA.
Didn't you see a lot of churches there too? That was the reason why I brought that up.
And that's what I was going. That's where I'm going with this.
Sorry.
It's missionaries. There are a lot of Christian missionaries are there. And they're doing a lot of good. And again, I'm not organized religion, but they're helping, and Red Cross is helping, and the Cajun Navy is helping, and the Florida National Guard is helping, and it's like I said, FEMA only got there 2 weeks ago, and the water is so contaminated everywhere. You cannot drink it, you cannot shower in it, you cannot, like, all the restaurants are closed, you cannot get a cup of coffee. It's so bad. And they have been offered $750. That's not per person, that's per household. And that's it. That's all. And the weekend after this happened, they sent so much money overseas. And they sent the National Guard, the Tennessee National Guard, to the Middle East. So they sent all the help and all the money overseas, and then said they didn't have anything for our own people. And I'm so upset and angry, and I want to show you the video of what's going on. They're finding bodies everywhere. They're just piling up, and the media's lying. What little media coverage there is, if there's anything, they are lying their asses off about what's actually going on. It is so bad.
I'm glad
So,
you went, and I look forward to hearing all about it next week.
and as Alan says, remember this phrase: damaged lands sell for cheap, and there's a lot of resources there. And here's the thing, you guys, we're going into a BRICS currency. So BRICS is Brazil, Russia, India, BRIC, China, Saudi Arabia. Our dollar was backed by gold, and then it wasn't. And then it was backed by petrol, gasoline, and then it wasn't. And then this current administration decided to fuck with Russia and do an embargo on everything. Remember when they blocked everything, even McDonald's? And everybody's like, yeah. Well, Russia got mad. They got real mad. And you can destroy a country without even having a war, and they're going to tank our money. So they decided to form the BRICS currency and the BRICS nation, and they are unveiling that now. So coming up very shortly, they started their own currency, and the BRICS nations, it's more than just the BRICS. They have countries coming everywhere who want to be part of this, and they're going to take down the dollar. Additionally, they will not share their resources anymore with us. So they used to be our largest supplier of lithium and quartz. Stop me if I sound familiar here. Mm-hmm. So there's an extremely large amount of lithium and high quality quartz in North Carolina. And it's the kind of quartz that is used for semiconductors and AI. Yeah. So none of this stuff that they're unveiling, that they're using, AI uses so much water. So much water. There's nothing clean about it. They have to use the water. They need so much water to cool it down. So it is literally taking 3 and 4 times the amount of water we're going through so much. So where are they going to get these resources from now that we have offended all the nations we used to work with, and our dollar is going to be trashed? We went to Waffle House the other day after we did an appearance. 2 basic breakfasts, $31.
Yep.
How?
No coffee, no iced tea.
We drank water.
Yeah.
So
I will have leftovers tonight when we're done, though. Just saying.
It's crazy. So no, I don't think Alex says anyone else thinking of getting out of the country because of this. I don't think we should.
No.
So you're loyal to a country, not a government. They have to earn that.
And also, too, people need our help here. So what, as we're talking about things since April, share things forever now. Oh yeah, right. Thanks.
Yes, Kenny. It was $7. It always was $7 until a few years ago. I don't know what happened. Crazy. I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me right now?" So
paying for the overhead, the cleaning products, which have all gone up.
Inflation. $7 is now the equivalent of $15. That's before tip. So the money has devalued,
right,
to the point of where that's what's worth now. By the way, we're sponsored by gold, so go to aprilhunter.gold, and if you want to invest in gold, we are backed by a Wolfpack Gold, and they are military veterans, trusted, long-term, precious metal guys. So you can use the code 1776 and get extra. They'll throw in some constitutional silver if you do a recurring buy, but for as little as $50, you can start investing in precious metals. So yeah, gold has hit. So is silver. So has everything. Mm-hmm. So if you put your money into something that is finite and worth something right now, you can protect your dollars, and that is really important. And then later, when things calm down, hopefully when we get a different administration, we can stay where we are, or maybe even have more money once you cash out. But yeah, aprilhunter.gold, and check out do that, because like I said, we're going into BRICS and it's going to be even worse, and you want to protect yourself and protect your family. So
it's amazing how that's coming up right after the election here in the United States.
Yeah, they're taking advantage of our election to unveil it then.
So
we
speaking
have a
of
week.
that,
We have a week.
Yes, we had some topics, just quick things. Let's keep it light. Everybody's been so stressed, right? So in this whole election process has been quite stressful, on top of storms, hurricanes, everything, inflation. And, you had mentioned too a couple things. Things could go sideways after the election. There's lots of rumors, possibilities, threats, things like that happen on the day of election, after that. So be prepared. Just be prepared.
Yeah.
Many children are what?
Kenny was saying there are a lot of teachers in schools saying how many children are missing out there in North Carolina. It's really sad that this is not the main news and concern in this country. 100% agree. And that's one of the things I wanted to talk about when we put together a video that I shot with Wade. So it's unbelievable. While we were there taking videos and pictures, there was a woman and her 2 children found in a car that had been lost for 3 weeks. They're finding people all the time. They're finding people in trees. They're finding people. It's not like, I've never seen anything like this. And I'll be honest with you, it has affected me a lot. And the people there they're wrecked. They are wrecked, and they are helping each other. And the community support is so amazing. But the fact that this is not front and center on the news in this country, in America, to help Americans is disgusting. And I am absolutely fucking heartbroken of what we've become.
Agree. Yep.
So this could be, we have to look at this as this could be our last week of peace for a little bit, because I think this election here might be our 1776. So I want you all to make sure you are protected. So make sure you have, just like with the storms, make sure you have a full tank of gas, make sure you have water, make sure you have food, make sure you have ammo, make sure you have everything you need, make sure you have your medication. Just make sure that you are okay. So, and hopefully it will go very smoothly and be fine, and everything will be all right. But I just want you to make sure, just in case, plan for the worst, hope for the best.
Right.
No, what's your opinion, Eva?
I'm with you. I really think that, find good in the little things right now, because we're going to need that. No matter which way anything goes. I am with War Demon on Silver and Werewolves. Perfect. That pay attention to your surroundings and just be prepared, but find a way to just de-stress when you can, because the anxiety gets so high, eventually you have to drop. Eventually you're going to get tired, you're going to wear out. And I know those storms that we've had here has done that. So everybody now starting to pitch down and get tired. So sit outside. The weather's getting nice. Do something. Your favorite cup of coffee. Keep the TV off. Yeah.
Thank you, Sportsmaster.
Read a little bit. Instead of picking up a newspaper, if somebody does that, grab something else. Grab a book you haven't looked at in a while. Read some cheesy articles. Have a cheesy conversation with somebody. Go yak with your neighbor for 5 minutes and help them get distracted. So, it's going to be bad. And I see all the things going on too, and the possibilities that they're talking about. And I don't feel like bringing them up right now because it's going to be tough enough. Yeah. But next Tuesday we'll be here, right?
We will be here, yeah.
It's election night, and I hope we can maybe bring some de-stress to everybody.
Yeah.
Conversation. And
Jamie goes, go to the gun range and get some practice in. Yeah, then you're wasting ammo.
Yeah, but make sure you're going to hit that target.
Yeah.
So I know that we I'm thinking of Jimmy right now when he came on. It was like, breathe. Breathe. Right. Do your Kegels and breathe.
That's right. Squeeze.
Yes. Pew pew. Right.
Actually, yeah, I actually feel pretty good at doing that.
Yeah, it feels good. So we could do
Take
the
a deep
cards.
breath. Let's do it. Will you do a couple cards? You're a card reader.
I will.
So why don't you? Will you pull a couple cards and on the collective, like what to expect in the next week?
Yes, I am going to do that. I would like everybody to kind of like just take a breath and.
Can you tilt your camera down a little bit so we can see?
Yes, I'm moving some stuff right here so I can do it right here.
You know what? None of us have our name up on the screen today. I don't know why.
That's weird. I put mine in.
Yeah.
Oh, I see it down below.
Okay. See, it's not on the thing. So this is Eva D, Miss Eva, and none of our Kegels for men too. Yes, you have a pelvic floor as well.
Yes. All right. Glasses on so I can see properly.
Okay.
So I know that just fell on the floor, but
I heard it.
Yeah, that's all right. Clean it up later. So
wait. By the way, how many of you are giving out full-size candy bars on Thursday?
I'm that house. If I was here,
are you really?
That's I do all that. I hand out good candy. You want to take care of the kids.
Yeah.
I mean, the kids take care of you too in the neighborhood. So don't forget that. If you piss the kids off, you might have problems next year. You might get egged. So yes, hello everyone. I hear that.
Let's see what you got as far as what you're pulling.
Today, I actually brought. Maybe it's because I don't have my background. So I was thinking, Season of the Witch. It kind of fits perfect for right now, and it's a nice deck. So it's an Oracle deck. I chose to do Oracle instead of Tarot tonight, and it felt good. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to shuffle, and I want everybody to think about something, let's see if maybe somebody wants to come in. And yes, I do have my witch's brew right here, War Demon. Thank you for reminding me. The birds have been in and out tonight. Not as bad as last week, thankfully.
I have my cup that Chuck sent. It says on there, everybody's thinking it. I just said it.
That's perfect for you.
I know.
Is Chuck on here? Did I miss that?
He popped on this morning. He popped on earlier and said hi.
Good. Yeah. I missed that. I'm sorry. I was getting ready. So what I'd like everybody to do is just take a breath. Let's just breathe, relax, concentrate on what I'm doing. Do you have questions for cards? Do you want to know answers? Let's do a collective pull. In other words, I'll just pull a couple cards, see where it goes, and see what the future says. Okay. So, and I'll read it out of the book and make everybody, if they don't know anything about Oracle cards, is one of the many divination systems you can use. I myself do many different ones, and candles and readings, and I'm reading what some of the people are saying too, so I should not be reading the chat at the moment, but I am. So anyway, some of you in the chat I have met over time at April's appearances, and Oracle cards are specific, but not as specific as tarot. Tarot, on the other hand, can do exact science, days and times, and I didn't want to do that tonight for a reason. I wanted it to be just nice, spiritual. Where's this group heading? Okay. So think about that for a second, everybody, even though we're talking about OCC and everything else here. All right. I don't know if you can hear me shuffling, but I am shuffling.
Basically, are we all going to be okay? That's the question I think we have, right?
That is, are we going to be
okay?
Right. Think about that. Keep your mind clear. Breathe.
Breathe.
So what I'm doing is actually spreading the cards out, and I know you can't really see that. And I'm just going to randomly.
Can we peek? Can we see? Can we peek?
I'm not sure if you'll be able to see well, but I will try.
No.
See it? It's right here below me.
Okay.
So you can see my shirt, though.
I know. Badass. I like it.
Thank you. And I will. Let's see. I'm just going to pull. I'm going to pull 2, okay?
Okay.
And I'm just randomly pulling which ones are called to me. So the first one I pulled, Nature Spirits. See if I can get it.
Okay.
Angle.
Mm-hmm.
So on the card, it actually says right off the bat, on your toes, twirl and twirl until you're ready to take flight. They arrive in the winds beneath your wings and speak through the swaying of the trees. So I know at your appearance, April, you see the horns. On Sunday, you were wearing your antlers.
That's what I was wearing.
That's right. Okay, the second card is Graveyard, but it's upside down. Okay, so as you can see, it's upside down, but this is what the card looks like, and it's kind of fitting for Halloween at the moment.
Yeah, it is. Well, all those cards are.
I love this deck, and so basically, as it says on here, there is a song that bellows in a piece of knowing no end, in acknowledgement of the crossroads of eternity. When a card in some of them, I'm good, thank you, Sportsmaster. And when they're upside down, they mean the opposite, just like anything you can flipped over, tails, heads. So I'm going to take the book and I'm going to read it out of the book tonight because I thought that for the people that don't understand Oracle, it'll be a nice understanding of what it means.
Okay, and I'll explain. Oracle and all these divination systems, what they do is they pick up your energy. So you can use almost anything as an oracle. If you hold on to a book and you concentrate on a question enough and then open up to a page, and then the first thing that your eye catches, that will be, read that sentence. It might give you the answer you're looking for. So
Correct.
Oracle can be tarot, it can be runes, it can be even crystals. They used to use entrails back in the very beginning. They would read entrails.
Does everybody know what entrails are?
Yeah, innards. They actually read the vulva. They read the vulva.
Yes.
That was a divination system. Fun, weird facts. Now they read cards. Now they read cards. They throw the bones too. Which
I do that too. I have charms mixed with bones, and that is another topic for another night, probably. Okay, so whenever you're ready, I will read them and
read it up. Tell us what's going on.
So I have a feeling everybody probably already knows what this will be because we have a bunch of smart people in here all the time. All right, so the first one, I actually flipped the page. It's kind of dark in here. I apologize. Okay, nature spirits are fun, silly things who enjoy laughter and a bit of mischief, which we were just talking about that outside. They are connected to the freedom of expression and know that life is meant to be enjoyed, even among the chaos. The sacredness of the nature spirits is not generally acknowledged. The world of Fae has existed alongside the human world for millennia. Our Celtic ancestors saw and believed in fairies. To them, fairies played a role in a bigger world that meets our eye. They are the reminder of things that are priceless in life, and often magic is missing in everyday life. So, like I was saying, step outside. We all need that. So, and that's exactly what we were just talking about. So the card is reflecting that. So everybody in here could use that break. The graveyard card. This card is in reverse, and it's telling everybody to let those things go. Let the stress go. Focus on the joyous parts of life. Sure, someone may have hurt or betrayed you, or the world might be in chaos. But everybody has a critical part to play in this, which means everybody, it spreads. If you have joy, if you're feeling happy, if you're relaxed, the person you're talking to will relax too.
Animals too. Animals pick up everything. They always say if you're riding a horse, the horse will respond to whatever it is that you're feeling. So we're the same way. We mimic and mirror everything.
Sit with your pets. Sit outside, watch birds, watch butterflies, whatever is in your area, because everybody's got different temperatures going on right now. So it fits. It fits for in the room here tonight. So nature spirits, go outside, talk to nature. Hug a tree. When's the last time you hugged a tree?
Yesterday.
Tell a tree you're happy it's in its yard. Well,
Yeah.
that I believe with you. And then remember, graveyard upside down, which means get rid of that crap. Don't pay attention to the
That's
stress.
that's the equivalent of the death card in a tarot, right?
Yeah,
Kind of.
yeah, basically
Okay.
it is. And the only other thing I had was that I thought would be interesting for everybody in the group is the
Charms.
cards. Huh?
Oh, those cards. Yeah, it's
Mm.
interesting. If you there was a lot of books taken out of the Bible, and one of them is the Book of Enoch. And Enoch, or Metatron, right? Same. I believe it's the same angel. Discovered the tarot cards, and they were carved in stone. And this was like the runes, this was a divination method and a form of writing at the same time. And for some reason, the organized Christian religion feels that reading tarot is evil, even though they don't understand, most of them don't understand that the real true origin of tarot came from one of their own, but the Catholic Church removed a bunch of books from the Bible explaining origins. And then they tried to cover up tarot by saying it was just a card game. So it's just a card game. Don't worry, because they were worried it would get banned and they would be thrown in jail.
People used to use sticks, all kinds of things just to tell fortunes.
Mm-hmm.
And also, originally those things were meant to help with forecasting your fruits and vegetables, your farmland, or your animal's going to be okay. And this was medicinal as well. So, and just like a Bible is today to some people, if you are reading the Bible and you take what you take out of it, it can be very positive. For me, I don't know much about the Bible. I'm learning, as you know. But that actually is the single cards, not the tarot deck, which is what I have in my hand. You know which cards I'm talking about?
I do, yeah, Alyssa's. Yep.
So War Team, I want to say something about Ouija boards. Yes, it is a board game as well, but I'm going to be honest with you. If you don't know what you're doing, don't mess with them. You can let things through if you kind of screw up. And so what these cards here are, and I'm shaking them up, shake, 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 as the Lady Taylor Swift that we don't like the song. All right, I'll do this real quick. So what this is basically it's a one card thing. Gets a feeling for everybody in the room what they're saying, or excuse me, what they're thinking about. So I'm sticking my hand in and I'm just randomly grabbing one. Trust. Trust yourselves. Let's see. Just grabbing one out of the blue. That's fitting. Spirit.
So we're just talking about.
Yep, exactly. I'm going to do one more and then I'm stopping. Healing. How is that fitting? The cards know. The cards know it, the feeling in the room, the feeling in the group. You don't have to do this stuff in person. So trust yourself. Don't let this shit get to you in the world. Breathe. Do your Kegels.
Turn inward to your spiritual center, whatever that might be.
Yes.
Whether that is trusting yourself or trusting your creator, or trusting nature or the universe.
Exactly.
So, and
well, that was just something quick for tonight, and I appreciate you letting me do that. And maybe some other time I will pull some other decks out or something and do it.
You got some big decks, huh?
I have a lot of decks. Bigger is better. I'm sorry. Did I say that out loud?
Size matters with your decks.
Size matters. Yes. So I don't want you guys to keep seeing the crap on my floor. So this is my eclectic spare room. Oh, look, camera went. Heard me again.
See? Oh my God. So Sportsmaster, thank you for joining us. I see you're on the way out. And yeah, a bag of decks. Oh man. So Eva will pop back in, but I know we have kept you guys and you've been so patient with us, and thank you for keeping us company. So I hope you have a wonderful Halloween. Like I said earlier, you can join me on Thursday for Halloween proper. It's going to be noisy and not kid friendly, I don't think, over at OCC Roadhouse in Clearwater. So I hope you show up. It'll be outside, so it will be hot. And Alan, so you guys are size queens. I'm not. No, I just love to see a big deck. Oh, DECK. So you have more options. But yeah, I will be there. You can also rent The Clock on Prime. It just came out. It's a fun little horror movie if you like the little independent horror movies. So you can check that out. And, like all my horror movies, it's hit or miss, but it is fun and it was well done. And you can, there's something else. Oh yeah, don't forget to change your clocks back this weekend because we love that shit. We love it when it's 5 o'clock, 4:30, and it's dark out. And Piers, what's up, legend? Miss you. Oh, Eva made it back. She's kind of there. She's kind of not there. Her camera's not working. Anyway, you can look up Eva at Eva D Spirit, and she's on all the social media, or you can link to her from my page. And if you want an actual card reading of your own, she's very good. She'll do the cards, she'll throw the bones, the whole thing. You can contact her and have that done, and she could do it online. So if you are interested, yeah, she's having problems connecting. So if you're interested, you can look her up. You can see more of me on patreon.com, April Hunter. I'm on Instagram at Real April Hunter, Twitter, April Hunter, aprilhunter.com. I'm super easy to follow and find. So please follow me. Please like me. I'm having problems with algorithms. If you follow me and like me, it will really, really help, and I appreciate it. And I hope you guys have a wonderful Samhain and a happy Halloween. And if you give away the full-size candy bars, you're the shit. So thank you, 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 thank you for being here. Lots of love. And I'm sure Eva, yep, she's in the chat. So she apologizes for having a shitty-ass connection, but that's where we're at here in Tampa after the storms. So anyway, talk to you guys next week and see you next Tuesday.